President Zinski has acknowledged for the first time that his forces are conducting a cross-border offensive inside Russia. This marks the most significant attack by a foreign army on Russian territory since World War II. Moscow initially reported a major incursion into its KK region on Tuesday. Until now, President Zinski had only made indirect references to the fighting, but in his video address last night, he confirmed that Ukraine's military is pushing the war onto the aggressor's territory. In his address, Zinski mentioned that he received several reports from Commander-in-Chief Syrskyi regarding the front lines and Ukraine's efforts to advance the conflict into enemy territory. He expressed gratitude to the defense forces for ensuring that Ukraine can restore justice and maintain necessary pressure on the aggressor. The attack, which began on Tuesday, saw Ukrainian forces advancing rapidly more than 10 kilometers inside Russia, marking the deepest incursion since Moscow's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Intense fighting has been reported in the KK region, with strict security measures in place there and in the neighboring Russian regions of Belgorod and Bryansk. Thousands of civilians have been evacuated on both sides of the border. The governor of the KK region has ordered the acceleration of evacuations after 13 people were injured when a Ukrainian missile hit a residential building. Ukrainian forces have reportedly established a new front line spanning 30 kilometers. In Moscow, reactions vary as people grapple with the implications of the incursion. Some express fear and uncertainty, concerned about the proximity of the conflict and the sudden displacement of civilians. Questions are being raised about who is responsible for the casualties and the destruction of residential buildings. Meanwhile, President Zinski has accused Russian forces of possibly using a North Korean missile in an overnight airstrike on the Kyiv region, which killed a father and his 4-year-old son. Ukraine's Air Force reported that 4 North Korean-made missiles were launched by Russia as part of a large-scale attack across various regions overnight, with Ukrainian forces managing to destroy 53 out of 57 attacking drones. Speaking from Kyiv, Jana Bipatka from the BBC's Ukrainian service reported that this was one of the most massive attacks on Ukraine in recent months. Drones were primarily used, but some missiles, potentially including ballistic weapons provided by North Korea to Russia, were also involved. The ongoing concern in Ukraine is that such attacks could precede further strikes on the country's energy infrastructure, which could have severe consequences as the nation heads into autumn and winter. The confirmation of the Ukrainian operation inside Russia has had a significant impact on the morale of both the military and the public. Many see it as a vital initiative at this stage of the war, with the possibility of creating a buffer zone to enhance the security of Ukraine's border regions, which have been frequently targeted by Russian bombs. Despite concerns about potential retaliation, the focus for many Ukrainians is on what can be achieved through this incursion.